Next theory which explains the gaseous breakdown is streamer theory. In the streamer theory, it is assumed that the avalanches are produced. These avalanches are due to the liberation of electrons as like ionization by collision process. Okay. In that avalanche, we are having the two portion. One is the tip portion, another one is the head portion. In the tip portion, the positive ions are concentrated. In the head portion, the electrons are concentrated. And these electrons are very lighter and which also has a higher mobility, and the positive ions will remain almost static relative to the electron in the avalanche. The ratio of average velocity of an electron to that of ion is the order of 10 to the power of 2 in an electric field. Due to the avalanches, electric field is set up. Okay. The field behind and after the ahead of the avalanche is increased by the space charges, and that between the electron and the ion cloud is reduced. The field distortion will increase with the increase in the alpha D. We know that alpha is Townsend's first ionization coefficient and D is the spacing between the electrode. This alpha D, the value of alpha D attains a value of 18 to 20. The space charge field is almost comparable to the external field, applied external field. Okay. These avalanches again, it produces photons due to the secondary ionization process. These electrons generates auxiliary avalanches. Here you see that these avalanches, it generates again that auxiliary avalanches. Since photons are travel with the velocity of light, this process leads to a rapid growth of conduction channel across the gap. Then the streamer proceeds across the gap. Here you see the streamer produced across the gap to form a conducting filament of high ionized gas between the electrodes. Thus, breakdown occurs. Therefore, the gap bridges the breakdown. This is the formation of breakdown according to streamer theory. Okay. Based on that streamer theory, that is the avalanches are produced. Okay. This avalanches again creates the sub-auxiliary avalanches which bridges the gap between the two electrodes. Next one is a vacuum breakdown. A system is said to be vacuum when the pressure in the system is less than the atmospheric pressure. Then the system would be called as a vacuum. Okay. In the vacuum system, the pressure is always measured in terms of mm of mercury, where 1 standard atmosphere is equal to 760 mm of mercury at temperature of 0 degree centigrade. Okay. That is how a system is said to be, how a system is created a vacuum is, that is if we maintain the temperature below the atmospheric level. Okay. Then the classification of vacuum, that is the vacuum can be classified into 3 different types: high vacuum, very high vacuum, ultra high vacuum. That is the high vacuum which is in the range of 1 into, that is 10 to the power of minus 3 to 10 to the power of minus 6 torr. Very high vacuum is 10 to the power of minus 6 to 10 to the power of minus 8 torr. Ultra high vacuum is which is lesser than 10 to the power of minus 9 torr. Then the breakdown mechanism in vacuum can be explained by 3 theories, namely particle exchange mechanism, field emission mechanism, clump theory. First, we discuss the particle mechanism theory. In particle exchange mechanism, explains the involvement of electrons, positive ions, photons, and the gases at the electrode surface. In this case, that is electron is liberated from the cathode, then again it produces the positive ions and photons. Okay. Here the positive ions, the number of positive ions is considered as A, and the number of photons is considered as C. Again, this positive ions and photons are liberating the electrons. That electrons, that is the positive ion, positive positive ion A releases B electrons, liberates B electrons, whereas this photon liberates D electrons. Okay, that is the cathode liberates an electron. Again, this electron produces the positive ions and photon. That is the number of positive ions liberated is considered as A, and number of photons is considered as B. And this positive ions, this positive ion A liberated the secondary electrons of B, and this photons liberates the secondary electrons of D. Then when the breakdown will occurs means, that is AB plus CD is greater than 1, then the breakdown occurs in the vacuum. Again, another two scientists, Trump and Van de Graaff, measured the coefficient and show that this process is very small. So they modified that above equation, that is AB equal to AB plus EF is greater than 1, where E and F represent the coefficient of negative and positive ion liberation by positive and negative ions. Okay, next theory is field emission mechanism. In field emission mechanism, again we are having two classification. One is the anode heating mechanism, and the second one is cathode heating mechanism. In anode heating mechanism, according to this theory, here the electrons are produced due to that small micro projection. This micro projection is mainly due to local temperature rise. Okay, due to the local temperature rise, this small projection would be produced. Due to this projection, which releases the field emission, bombard the anode, and releases gaseous and vapors into the vacuum in the gap. Okay, again this gaseous and these electrons, according to that ionization process, again free electrons and positive ions are liberated, and strikes the strikes the anode. These electrons ionize the atoms of the gas and produce positive ions, and these positive ions again arrive at the cathode, which increases the primary electron emission. That is according to that Townsend's theory, first ionization coefficient. First ionization would be produced, and again this will produce secondary electrons by bombarding the surface. Okay, then this process continues until a sufficient number of electrons are produced to give a breakdown between the electrodes. Okay, in cathode heating mechanism, that is the breakdown voltage near the cathode, the breakdown voltage near the cathode is responsible for the existence of pre-breakdown current. This pre-breakdown current generates field emission. Okay, now we will discuss how that field emission would be generated. Okay, that is this primary current leads to the resistance heating at the tip when that critical density is reached, and this tip melts and explodes, thus initiating the vacuum discharge. This mechanism is called as field emission. This mechanism is called as field emission. Then the value is very important. That is based on that experiment evidence. The breakdown takes place by this process when the electric field at the cathode is about 10 to the power of 6 to 10 to the power of 7 volt per centimeter. Next mechanism is the clump mechanism. According to this theory, the following assumptions can be made. Here you see that a loosely bound particle exists on one of the electrode surface. Okay, when you apply this very high voltage across the electrode, this particle gets charged. Subsequently, it is get detached, which is get detached from the mother electrode and accelerated across the gap. And the breakdown occurs. You see that next. The breakdown occurs due to the discharge in the vapor or gas released by the impact of the particle at the target electrode. Okay, then here the breakdown condition is given by Vc equal to Ve equal to C. Then here C is a constant, then V is the gap voltage and E is the electric field at the electrode of origin. Okay, here there is a local clump formation of electrons, and due to the application of very high voltage, it is going to be detached from the mother electrode. Then after that, again it accelerates between the gap in order to produce the breakdown.